Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is your boy from side, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as all your support really helps me remain motivated to continue making a variety of different type of videos on this channel. And since we're at the prime of cricketing season, you're going to see a lot of cricket videos in the coming days. Today there's one, tomorrow there will be one more, and whenever the other matches of India are against West Indies, if they don't conflict with the Bangladesh match, I will cover those as well, to the best of my abilities. And finally, it would help a legally blind YouTube content creator remain motivated to continue doing what he's doing on this channel. Thank you so very much if you already have subscribed. It really does mean a lot. Trust me, it really does. Okay, now getting to today's match, India versus West Indies second T20 that took place in St. Kitts. First of all, it started with some drama. There were some luggage issues, and at first I started laughing. I'm like, bro, okay, how do you put a non-embarrassing face on this? That what do you tell the crowd? That I'm sorry, the equipment of the players didn't arrive, so we can't exactly play cricket when they don't have a bat. So we're waiting for their bats to arrive. But surprisingly enough, the radio commentators, they actually pointed out that such a thing actually happened once in India as well, where like the match was happening somewhere up north, and the luggage with all the equipment went to the southern part of India. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But anyways, all well that ends well. The match had a delayed start, but it went underway. Okay, and it was good to see West Indies not experiment too much. I believe they dropped Shamar Brooks, and they brought in I forgot his name. It starts with an O. I'm sorry, I'm not too familiar with some of the people who don't show up on West Indies in West Indies cricket on a regular basis. But Devin Thomas also returned, so that was good to see. And India went to bat first. India, I believe, Avish Khan, I think he made his debut, and he came in the in place of that leg spinner Ravi Bishnoi. Yeah, Avish Khan came in in place of Ravi Bishnoi. Okay. In hindsight, bad move, but India batted first, and the first ball, Obed McCoy got out Rohit Sharma, and right there, the pressure was created. Okay, and not too much pressure, but some pressure was created, because India, notice what they did. They tried to put the pressure back. I believe Surya Kumar Yadav and Shreyash Iyer, and I believe even Rishabh Pant, the first shot that they hit to open their account were all sixes. I believe after 4 or 5 sixes, the next boundary that came was a 4. But Obed McCoy stayed on task. Next over, he got another wicket. So that was good to see that West Indies were fighting back in a ground that is actually a bit smaller. So hitting sixes is a bit more easier. Okay, so through that, the pressure kept mounting and mounting. And you saw, at one point, India's run rate was 10 or something. It kept going down and down and down and down. And India were eventually bowled out. And especially thanks to, I believe, the last over by Obed McCoy, where he got 3 wickets, and he got another wicket as well. I can't exactly remember who, but in that last over, he got 3 wickets. So he ended up with the best bowling figures for West Indies in a T20 match, 6 for 17. Congratulations to him on this. And it just goes to show that if they get their process right, even Alzari Joseph, right? Even Alzari Joseph, you saw him, he bowled better. Jason Holder, okay, like you know what? I'm gonna cut him some slack because I just remember, or I just got reminded by the West Indian radio announcers. He came back from COVID. Okay, I have seen people who go through COVID. It, like, yeah, you make it out, but it drains you. It drains your stamina, and coming back from it takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna cut Jason Holder a bit more slack, and even he performed better today. Okay, so in the end, some of the batters tried. Jaddu, Jadeja, not doing that well. I'm gonna just cut him some slack as well because he's just come back from knee injury. But if you follow my previous videos, you know that yeah, there's a particular comparison I have an issue with when it comes to Ravindra Jadeja. But anyways, he's still a good player. But India ended up with 138, and at that moment, people, you should have understood. Bishnoi was not playing. Okay, this pitch, it had grip. Okay, and if you knew how to exploit the grip, it had some pace, but it also had grip. If you knew how to exploit the grip, you will get turn. Okay, you will get turn. You will get movement off the pitch. And you knew, with India playing a spinner less and playing a pacer more, and a pacer like Avish Khan. Okay, and I've actually seen something of Avish Khan that that reminds me of someone else, which leads me to conclude that if he emulates this person, he will not succeed because the rules of cricket have changed, and he cannot do this and succeed in modern cricket, especially in T20s and ODIs. Okay, so Kyle Myers tried, and it was good to see, they're not doing the experiment again where Jason Holder, who came back from COVID, batted ahead of Nicholas Puran. Okay, and Shemron Hetmeyer. Jason Holder. Okay, so at least they didn't go with that experiment, and you had the proper batters come in at the right time. Brandon King, he held it down. He kind of got lucky, but then again, I wouldn't say exactly, or maybe not. Maybe I'm confusing him with Shemron Hetmeyer. Shemron Hetmeyer, though, listen, there was all this buzz in West Indies cricket about him coming back, but now he's not delivering. Maybe because he's actually an opening batsman, and he's being asked to bat at number 4. And in T20, okay, in T20, the lower you bat, the more explosive you have to be. Okay, because you have less deliveries to work with in a game that already has very few deliveries. Okay, and here was where India, generally, they had a good strategy, and this was pointed out by the radio commentators. After the opening batters, India, as a result of the IPL generated a lot of finishers. What India did, they packed their line with finishers. Hardik Pandya, Dinesh Karthik, Rishabh Pant, they packed their batting line with finishers. So the momentum keeps going. Sometimes this can backfire because a finisher cannot always be a consolidator. A consolidator cannot always be a finisher. And this is let's say in Bangladesh cricket, okay? Okay. All of them are consolidators, maybe except Nurul Hassan, and who, by the way, got injured. Mahmudullah, consolidator. Mushfiq Rahim, consolidator. Anamul Haq, consolidator. All of them are consolidators. You have no finishers. India went the opposite route. And both they can work and not work, from time to time. But West Indies went with like a more traditional approach. Brandon King, he got a half century, and the pressure, however, was applied by India. Like like let's say Jadeja got got that wicket. And by the way, yeah, there's a nice battle going on between Jadeja and Akil Hussain, and the commentators pointed this out as well that Akil Hussain considers Jadeja his idol, the person he wants to emulate in cricket. I'm like, okay, it'll be a good battle. But in the end, 138 against West Indies. No matter who you are, no matter how much power training you do, you are not going to overpower West Indies in West Indies. All right, and this is especially speaking to someone like Avish Khan. Okay, one thing I noticed about Avish Khan, he reminds me a lot of Waqar Younis. Waqar Younis, and even the delivery that I believe he his first wicket in this match. His first wicket was an in-swinging Yorker, very, very reminiscent of Waqar Younis. However, he also has a problem of Waqar Younis. He bowls no balls, more than you should be comfortable with. In T20 cricket and modern day cricket with free hits, it is much more unforgiving if you bowl a no ball, because at that time your pace will work against you. And even West Indies showed Avish Khan, he has all this pace. West Indies were born and raised on how to hit pace bowling for six. You are not going to intimidate. You are not going to intimidate West Indies with 150k bowling, 150, 152k bowling. You are not going to intimidate them with that. So that's why, the strategy should have been a bit different. But once again, Avish Khan, he just came in. Okay, let's give him some time. And please, there might be some haters. Please, let's keep the hate away. Okay, everyone plays for India. Okay, everyone contributes as much as they can. There are some people who bring sectarian divisive thoughts into everything involving Indian cricket. Let's not have that, okay, people. Let's not have that. It's just one match. Let's see what happens in the next match. But overall, India just did not have the total. 138 was not a total that India can defend. Okay, especially when they're playing one spinner short. And the man of the match, the most important person of the match is definitely Obed McCoy, 6 for 17. And this does good for West Indies because it reminds West Indians psychologically on how to win. And you can even hear it. You could even hear it in Curtly Ambrose's voice when he was on commentary, that he was so happy West Indies finally won something. You could hear his heart growing a smile. He was that happy. But anyways, those are my thoughts and my quick review of this match. Let me know what you thought about this match in the comment section below. And as always, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons. It's your boy Tanveer Side, the Bengal Dragon, signing out. I will see you tomorrow with another video.